friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. The bag is very full once again, and it is time to update all of my September 2025 empties. Everything from the 4 nail polishes, these are 4 colored nail polishes. I have a blush, I have multiple eyeshadow type products. I've got so many hygiene items. I've got so much to share with you today. So without further ado, we're going to dive into everything categorized by their product type, timestamps down below. Let's dive into all these empties and my reviews. I'm going to kick it off with makeup items today. I have so many makeup items to share with you. Oh my goodness. We are going to start off super strong with the first empty powder eyeshadow. So this was a gift with purchase. This is the Natasha Denona from the Retro palette. This was the Helio shade. There was originally 0.4 grams, but it is empty. And now I have this cute little single to be able to repress some eyeshadows into. I did love this color. It was more though like a mid shade, so in the middle of the eyelid, all over the eyelid, a little bit dark. But I do have the full palette. I do love the Natasha Denona eyeshadows. Sometimes I get a little about them, but I really did enjoy this one, and it was a nice kind of one and done look. So this was the second eyeshadow I finished. This was a cream. This one was from Mary Kay. This was their whipped eye color in the shade Tiki Hut. And this one had 5 grams. For a cream, I've only gone through 2. So this is the fastest I've ever gone through a cream product. It took me about a year to work on this. Didn't last the best on the eyes, which is maybe why this was discontinued. I prefer my powder eyeshadows, but this was also a free gift with purchase that I have used up. So pleased to have worked that one out of my collection. Just really didn't stay very well. Oh, the color was really beautiful. Okay, I'm going to share this empty next. I'm just so excited. This I purchased in the Ipsy shop the first time the Nars Orgasm blush came. My packaging is broken, which is really annoying. I may still keep the component though because it works decently well at this point. I loved this blush. I enjoyed reaching for it consistently. I never got tired of it. I thought it looked really beautiful on the cheeks. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the names that Nars uses for a lot of their products, but the blush itself was really beautiful and I miss it. Honestly, this could be a repurchase. I'm hopeful maybe I'll see one in Marshalls, perhaps in a kit or something along those lines. Maybe it'll pop up again in the Ipsy shop, but I have other blushes I need to use, but this one was a beautiful one. I feel like a lot with complexion items, they don't last all the time on the face, or at least on my face. This one did decently, and I kind of already miss it. This is a good month for makeup. So this was another good one. This is the Smashbox, the original photo finish smooth and blur primer. It was a sample size. There's still some product in there, but I can't get it out. I really don't want to cut up these small of a tube here. Really enjoyed this one. Such a smoothing effect to the skin. It felt really nice. I'm not honestly sure it did a whole lot, but I really like how this primer feels. So that experience makes it stand out. And for a lot of primers, it just tends to be more of a it's there kind of thing. So that one was really nice. All right. This was a Boxycharm mascara. With any mascaras, generally I'm going to say drugstore does it just fine, especially for how often you're supposed to replace your mascara. So the only high-end one that has stood out to me so far is the Lancome, the adult one. But this one here was the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. This one I did not like. One, it looks like this, so that was fine, but I felt I just had to build this up so much to be able to get decent looking lashes. So that was really frustrating. I used it for probably longer than I should have. I never know when mascaras are done. So eventually I just kind of called it. I had been using it for multiple months. And finally, to wrap up the makeup section, a little Verso Lip Balm. This one was an advent calendar. It was a little bit minty, which wasn't my favorite. It seemed to moisturize enough, but yeah, nothing really attracted me to this besides I just wanted to get it out of my collection. get it used up, and get it done. So yeah, not really that exciting. All right, I have one fragrance mini here to share today. This is this brand and this name. Perfume samples. I'm generally much more of a body mist type of girl, and it was okay, but perfume price tags really don't intrigue me very often. Okay, let's move into some hair care very quickly. I have a lot of hair care this month. So first off, was the Coco and Eve Deep Clean Scalp Scrub. This one had, what was all in here? There was caffeine and a cooling peppermint, and that peppermint is very strong in this. Like, it definitely made your scalp feel a little bit tingly, which wasn't necessarily a bad sensation. But do I need this kind of product? I don't really think I do. But because I had it, I used it up. All right, then I also got through a shampoo. So I have been using the Pantene. This is the Curl Perfection shampoo. Again, I'm not a hair care person, but this one I actually quite liked. It's got, I want to say coconut, but it's not just coconut, not just fully coconut. It smells nice. It cleaned my hair pretty well. This impressed me enough that I bought the larger size, so it was a pump of both the shampoo and the conditioner, and that's what I'm currently using. So yeah, did use this shampoo last night, just not the one in this particular bottle, and I have been enjoying that so far. We'll see how long it works for my hair. I feel like my hair gets used to things pretty quick. But I did also finish the shampoo. So this is another Pantene. This one I picked up on Clear Out. This is the Pantene Unbreakable Lengths Conditioner. It seemed to do all right. Again, I'm not the best with hair stuff, styling, maintenance, all of that good stuff. This one had a little bit, not quite a nutty note, but getting along those lines. It has rice bran oil in it. It's supposed to be 0% sulfate, silicone, paraffin, colorants, phthalates, mineral oil. So I just kind of, just use whatever, but it seemed to do the job well enough. But I didn't repurchase this because it was a Clear Out item, and I wanted to try the curl specific one. Not that my hair's super curly, it just kind of does its own thing, but I did get that used up. Okay, I have 4 nail polishes to talk with you about today. So we're going to start off with this Revlon one. So this is the Colorstay Gel Envy in the shade 420 Winning Streak. As you can see, I've had this one in my project for quite a while. I did get a little bit tired of this shade. I do prefer more like richer jewel toned purples. But this light lilac color, really nice for spring. Good for some different topper combinations. I found a few I really enjoyed. So it did take me a while to make my way through. So this is where I started in the project. 1 month, 2nd month, 3rd month, 4th month, 5th month to finish it. This formula, I don't know if they still make it. This is a base and color, which is really nice because then it's just a quick one and done, essentially. So I do enjoy that, and I could potentially buy more if it's still around. Okay, I also used up, this is Sinful Colors. So this is their bold color nail polish in Endless Blue. So progress, lots of lines, some of them kind of faded. This was in 2023. This is where I started this year and got it finished off. I love these cobalt blues, but only over the summer months and when I'm not working. I just think they're so beautiful, but they are very intense and harder to wear. In terms of Sinful Colors, these are cheap polishes that perform really well. The brush, though, it isn't my favorite. I prefer more of a fanned brush. So I would probably buy this color again in other brands, even though this is a cheaper price point and it is a full-size 15 milliliter bottle. So I'm not going to roll the brand out. I do enjoy the brand. I have other polishes from them, but this color is a little bit more across the board. Okay, this next one, we're getting more into the topper ones now. This is the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear Nail Color in 569 Rockstar Pink. This one, if my marks are, there they are. This one has some marks here, very thick. Uh, you gotta use a definitely a peel off base coat. The brush, you may be able to tell it's gotten so kind of destroyed. And the polish is pretty cleared out in there. So this one, I do build it up. So it's opaque. I don't use it as just like a topper. This coloring is really, really pretty because it is predominantly pink, but we have pink, blue, red, gold, silver sparkles in there. So pretty. These polishes are a little bit smaller at 11.8 milliliters, so you do go through them a little bit quicker, but they are cheaper, so I do enjoy picking these ones up, and it is possible I would repurchase Rockstar Pink. And then, oh, this last one I definitely would repurchase if I saw it again. However, this was a limited edition, I believe, so I'm not sure I can get it. The Sally Hansen Instant Dry Prismatic Shine in 020 Moonstone. Again, this one has more of that fan brush I was talking about, so definitely easier. And as you might be able to see there, this is kind of more clear with beautiful blue shimmers, and especially over that cobalt blue. Stunning. I can't get that last bit out. I even accidentally shook out the mixer balls with this one, but this was so pretty as a topper. Loved this one, would repurchase if I saw it again. And I do have other prismatic shines in my collection. I really enjoy the Sally Hansen. These bottles are also great. They are smaller than the extreme wears at 9.17 mils. However, I just really like the product. It's so good. The colors are great. Definitely would buy more. Moving into skincare, I'm gonna go basically in order of application here. So I have first a cleansing balm. This is the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. This one was Tangerine Twist, which was from a Christmas set, a little trio 2 years ago. Will be coming up on 3, I think. I actually really enjoy the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm formula. It is my second favorite cleansing balm. It is my second favorite cleansing balm, coming behind the Glow Recipe one. This one in Tangerine Twist, I liked it. It's not necessarily my favorite one. I do prefer other fruity scents over Tangerine, but this one was pretty nice. It does the job super well. I really do enjoy those. When I wasn't using that as my first cleansing step, I would be using this. This was the L'Oreal Revitalift. This is their Replumping Micellar Water. So this one wasn't in any projects. I would use this to remove my makeup if I was going to do a mask before hopping in the shower. It does a decent job at removing makeup. The cleansing balms I find way better than micellar waters, but it does the job enough. I like having them in my collection, but always gonna prefer cleansing balm. All right, I finally finished an eye serum. This one was from Biro, the Truffle Eye Serum. Lots of project marks on this one. I mean, it was fine. It was okay. Biro is an expensive brand, so probably not one I would go out of my way to get. Then we had my second Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Serum. There were my progress marks. They're not straight. Don't look at the lines too closely. I do enjoy these serums. This is the second one I have used up. I love Glow Recipe, so it makes it difficult because although I really like the item and the brand and the packaging and the product itself, I don't know if this serum does a lot for my skin. It does have the hyaluronic acid, which is great. It's supposed to be that hydration and glow. So hard to know. I think I still have another one of those in my collection. All right, I finally finished this little sample behind the scenes. This is from Clarins. This was their Dark Spot Targeting Moisturizing Gel Cream. I had taken this one when I was traveling in Manitoba in July. I had finished the other little sample moisturizer I had taken with me and used this one maybe twice. I've been working on moisturizers in my Skin is In project. A little bit of downtime to finish this one. I don't like having skincare open, not being used. So I want to take advantage, get this one done. It's fine. It's a gel cream. it did okay, but nothing enough to impress me. And then finally, the Elemis. This is the Superfood Midnight Facial Nourishing Sleeping Cream. I've used this as a night moisturizer. I've used it as an overnight mask. Fine. I like a lot of Elemis products. Would I go out of my way to get this again? Probably not. Especially at the price tag. Okay, and then as always, we're gonna end it with the so many hygiene empties. What I will say for the hygiene empties, two things that have continued into this month. The showering twice a day, even with going back to work, I have been doing that still. You'll see that particularly in like the unscented lotions, because, you know, don't wear the scents to work, why I don't have a lot of fragrance in this particular empties. Also still maintained in a lot of my evening showers, showering earlier in the evening rather than right before bed, so that I can still wear a mist for a little while and then be done. Now I will note with this particular month of empties, I do have some sets, but most of them are kind of like mismatched sets or odds and ends, so it's not as complete as it normally is. So I'm going to start off actually with an exfoliating lip scrub. This is the coconut one. I do love the formula of these ones. It's pretty gentle, but I feel like it does the job. This is my first coconut one I have used. I did purchase another 2 of these at semi-annual sale, and I have put another one in my shower, and I'm currently halfway done it. So you should be able to see that one next month. These are great. This one I like dropped in the shower and it did fine. I like this packaging more than like the plasticky looking ones. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is plastic too, but this packaging just seems a little bit more elevated. The coconut scent was really nice and I have enjoyed it. In terms of duos, so having more than one item of the same scent category, we're going to start off with a Gingham Glow. So I have the Pocket Back and the Hand Cream. Scent notes on the screen here because I don't have them on this. So when Gingham Glow came out last year, I was going to pass on it. Was it last year? No, was it 2 years ago already? Because Platinum came out last year. Oh, no. When did this come out? 2024. It has 2024 on it. Maybe this was packaged later. My timeline is skewed. Anyway, whenever this came out, I wasn't big on the scent. But then I found it at a semi-annual sale in the moisturizing body wash and the body butter. Bought those. This scent, when I first started using it, I didn't like it very much. I'm okay with it now. It's not my type of scent. The Pocket Back I used basically in an entire month. I had just started dipping into it, but not enough to mark when I rolled it into my hygiene project. Use it up. The hand cream is also like way up there as well. Love the hand creams. I love pairing the same scent in the Pocket Back and the hand cream, so that's really nice. But the stuff that's left in my collection of this scent, I just kind of want to work it out. The only other duo, these are coming from my Plan to Pan because they're 2023 items. Orange Sparkling Spritz. So I have the shower gel and the body lotion, as much as I could get out of it. This, oh my goodness. So I was nervous about this scent. Obviously, I liked it when I bought it, but I was concerned that it would come across too soda-y to me and that I wouldn't like it. This stems from my kind of, not fear of, that's not the right phrasing at all, but if you remember in my hygiene project, Use It Up, I did have a body lotion in strawberry soda that I did not enjoy, and I was concerned that Orange Sparkling Spritz might go a similar way. This one has scent notes of Sunkissed Mandarin, Bubbly Prosecco, Citrus Soda, and to me, once this was used and once it was on my skin, this smells like orange jello, which is kind of unusual, but I liked it. I could potentially see myself repurchasing this scent if it came back because I did enjoy it. So in terms of the shower gel, first month, second month, and the body lotion because I couldn't get my hands on a body cream, first month, second month. So really, really close on those ones there. Yeah, this I enjoyed more than I thought I would. And then the mist I was using with this was a Victoria's Secret one, which I just made a really good dent on. I'm gonna get into my hand soaps next. I'm gonna go in the order that these were finished. So you're gonna recognize a good number of these. The first of the three, Sunshine and Lemon. So I do love the foaming hand soaps. That's why you always see them. This one though has notes of yuzu, grapefruit, and sun rays. And unfortunately, what I discovered is Sunshine and Lemons in the hand soap versus the pocket back are completely different scents. I have used up Sunshine and Lemons in a pocket back previously. Really enjoyed it. It had like lemon and sugar cane and like something else in there. Really, really good. The hand soap, unfortunately, this is, yeah, that grapefruit is really what comes through, and I'm not a grapefruit person. The scent was nice in the kitchen because it was a bright citrus, which is great in the kitchen, but I would not repurchase this scent in hand soap. The pocket back version is superior. So that was a 2023 hand soap. This next one is actually a 2025, and this was lingering on like a bathroom sink. It was not one that I use a lot. My husband uses it every once in a while as well. But this we have been working on since spring. This is Blueberry Bellini. I don't have scent notes on this one, so I'll have to put them on the screen for you as well. I do like sparkling scents, and I had used up a Blueberry Bellini. It came in like a gorgeous navy blue packaging last year, even prettier than this one. I really loved it, and I thought about that scent. So when it came back this year for the spring launch, I grabbed 3 of them. Now, as I mentioned already, this I put out in the springtime, and it is now officially fall. So sometimes it smells really good. Sometimes it smells a little bit like something that you don't want to talk about. It's not polite to talk about on the internet. Sometimes it doesn't smell very good. That blueberry scent sometimes gravitates towards. So it is not as good as the 2024 version of Blueberry Bellini. And I have another 2 of these in my collection that I'll need to get used up. So that will happen eventually. I'll probably put 1 out each spring for the next 2 years, but it's not as good as last year, and I'm very disappointed in that. Finally, this is another 2023. This is Peach Bellini. I think the hand soap is my favorite form of Peach Bellini. This one is Juicy Peach, White Apricot, and Fresh Mango. This was the last like true summer scent I had put out before I started putting out more transitional and starting to get into like fall scents. Oh, this is so good. This is my second Peach Bellini hand soap I've used up. I have 1 more currently in my collection. I said it before, this packaging isn't my favorite, but it's decent. It's the scent. I love the scent of this one. So that is delicious smelling. And as you can see, I like my Bellini type scents, just not the blueberry one. Peach is way better. Okay, let's get into scrubs next. So I have 3 empties for this month. The first one is my last. This is from Saroa Body. This one was their Sugar Body Scrub in the Refresh and Uplift Lemon and Mint scent. This was okay. This tub has a different formula than their full-sized ones where it just all sticks together. Like I can literally, when I open this up fresh, pull the entirety of this content out and just hold it. Just hold it in my hand and like even hold it on the edge and we'll just slowly attempt to tear apart. This is not super scrubby. Not big on the scent. These, or at least the formula that comes in these smaller ones, has made me like put the brakes on this brand entirely when I see it at Marshall's. But this one was a priority because it was going to expire October 20th of this year. So I did get it done. And yeah, that was a disappointment. I have finally finished the Tree Hut Sugar Scrub in the watermelon scent. So this one has niacinamide. It's got vegan collagen in it. I really enjoy this one. I do have a backup of it. I just say I finally finished it because I got it for my birthday last year. Used it a little bit over the summer. I used this half-ish or so. And then this year, over the last month, I finished that bit of it. It had no problem sitting for that year, being partially used. But I do like this one. It is a little messier because of the black looking seeds. Like, that's not what they are, but it looks like a watermelon. So it's very visually pleasant, just a little messier in the shower compared to the other ones. Good exfoliating scrub. Love it. Have another one. Could see myself buying more. And then a Bath & Body Works. This is the Bath & Body Works Foaming Sugar Body Scrub in Gingham, which is Blue Freesia, White Peach, Fresh Clementine, Violet, and Clean Musk. Filled to this point here, it's a heavier scrub. It's more abrasive. It is emptied. This is my second Gingham body scrub I have finished off. I have one more in my collection. I'm not sure I'll repurchase this one, honestly. It's not my favorite scent. It just comes across kind of clean, and I prefer something fruity. So I have one more, and then we might be at the end of the line with the Gingham. Look at the size of this one. This is a 946 milliliter bottle of the Philosophy Vanilla Coconut Hydrating Body Wash or Shower Gel. This one is vanilla cone blended with coconut milk and jasmine cream. Yeah, so this is where we started, brand new. First month, second month, third month, fourth month. Got it done in 4 months. This I picked up at Marshall's for $29.99, so you know it's expensive. It's good though. There's not a lot to this scent. It's a little basic, but it is a nice vanilla coconut a little bit, and it layered with so many different routines. I enjoyed it. I don't like the style because you have to take the lid off and then dump product. I wish there was more of like a flip cap or something. But when I was like here-ish, somewhere in here, like I did get sick of it. I thought I wouldn't repurchase. I'm not going to rule it out. I'm not going to go out of my way, but I wouldn't rule it out. I do like these Philosophy body washes. I've used a couple of them up now, but yeah, nothing as big as this one. Another large body wash I finished was a 650 milliliter of the St. Ives exfoliating body wash, pink lemon and mandarin orange. So this one started full, first month, second month, third month, tiny bit left in there that I cannot get out. I don't prefer exfoliating body washes because I'd rather have my scrubs separately and build routines on that. This one is not very exfoliating, honestly. You can use this every day, no problem, which for me kind of defeats the whole point of it. If I'm going to compare this one to the, what is it that they have? It's like peach and jasmine. I like that one better. This one with the pink lemon and mandarin orange, like, there's a little bit of a sourness to it because, again, you do have two more, like, citrusy things. It's not my favorite. The pink coloring was really pretty. But yeah, St. Ives body washes, at least in the exfoliating, probably not going to repurchase. Where they are nice, though, is for traveling because then you don't have to bring a scrub with you, but then you're also not getting that good of a scrub either. All right, let's move on. So let's move into like the hand creams next. They weren't all used as hand creams, but anyway, let's just get into this category next. The first one was a little sample from Lush. This was their lotion in the Sticky Dates scent, and I used this as a hand cream. It actually lasted me a pretty decent amount of time. A little sticky, not the best as a hand cream. It was decent. Now, Lush products, am I going to be going out of my way to buy them? No, not really. The formula wasn't as hydrating as I would want for all over the body. The scent, I can understand why this scent has been popular over the last year, 2 years. I'm not the best with keeping up with trends. But it has that gourmandness to it. I do enjoy it. But again, Lush just really isn't what I'm going to go towards. And even if there was a similar scent in another brand, I think I would prefer other scents over that one. Okay, let's talk about this one that Willow chewed on. So I had to move through this one quickly. The Mary Kay scented hand cream in coconut mousse. So it is empty. Light coconut scent, really enjoy it. Have a bunch of these still. This one, because Willow did try to eat the top off, I ended up just cutting into this early used maybe half-ish as a body lotion. Kind of took a while, honestly. I got more uses than I expected using it up that way, but I just didn't want to decant it, and I really don't like using tubs for hand cream. So anyway, got through another of those, which is exciting. And then I finally also got through this. This is from La Roche-Posay. This is their hand repair cream. This one was going to expire in March of next year, so glad to get this one worked out and done. This is too much on the hands. I feel like that's still sticky. Ugh, gross. It's too much on the hands. It's too greasy, too thick. I use it as a foot cream. Fantastic as a foot cream. Wouldn't buy it specifically as a foot cream because it takes me forever to use stuff up as foot creams. But it got used up and I was done. Probably not going to repurchase. Also, probably not a repurchase. The St. Ives Renewing. This is the collagen and elastin body lotion. First, before I rolled it in, it may have been like 2 months, maybe 3. First month, second month, got this done. Used a lot for morning showers for work just because it's unscented. Well, not unscented. It's got a little bit like a watermelon-esque edge to it. But yeah, this is a pump, which is nice. But this lotion is not hydrating enough for my skin, even in summer months. So would not repurchase. I have gone through 2 different St. Ives lotions, and there's just other stuff I would rather get, unfortunately. Okay, 3 Bath & Body Works body creams. First off, 2023 Watermelon Mojito. Looks like this. Yeah, really didn't use it much the first month I had it in a project. Got through the rest of it. This is Watermelon Soda, Pink Rum, and Cane Sugar. I think I'm just not a watermelon girl anymore. I used to be. I prefer other scents. So would not repurchase Watermelon Mojito. I also don't think I would repurchase Sunwash Citrus. This packaging is absolutely stunning, by the way. This one was 2023. It's just too much. I think there's too much lemon. Sugared lemons, mandarin, agave nectar. It's just a little bit too heavy on that lemon. Or maybe the agave nectar. One of those 2 notes is a little bit much. I still have the fine fragrance mist that I was pairing with it that I will need to get through. Last body cream, Emerald Mist. So this is a 2023. This packaging is stunning, and here you can actually see the cream through it. So I rolled it into a project here, finished it off. This one was trying to turn on me. It was sounding a little sloshy, but application-wise, totally fine. This one is Fresh Rainfall Sunkissed Pear Blonde Woods. I bought it for the pear note. And while that pear note is there, I think the wood, that blonde woods comes out too much. There's not enough of the rain note. And that gives it more of a cologne-esque vibe, which is not my favorite, unfortunately. So I still have also some mist left over in this one as well that I'll probably prioritize next year. But I did work this one out before it completely turned on me. And the final item for this Empties, one fragrance mist in At the Beach. I finished the rest of this routine up last month. So progress lines, there, and done. This one was a 2024. I love this packaging. This has scent notes of white frangipani blossoms, toasted coconut, bergamot water, sea salt breeze, and sun-kissed musk. It's so good. This is a summertime staple for me. This is the second body mist I have finished in At the Beach, and I have another in my collection. I'm excited to use it next summer. So that has this stand pretty highly because I keep going back to this one. It is such a good scent. So when we calculate the total retail value of all of the items on the table, we do some calculations based on the ounces or the milliliters for the sample sizes in here. That brings the grand total in Canadian dollars to $703.66, which brings my year-to-date total all the way up to $5,272.68. I am keeping everything. You'll see a big year-end empties with all of these things as well, kind of just the highlights of here's everything I used over the year. We're getting up there. But there were a lot of good things in here, things I was glad to use, things I was glad to get out of the collection, and we won't look back. But lots of things that I really did enjoy and will probably continue to repurchase. But that is everything. That is going to wrap up another long empties, this time for September 2025. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. What are you using up recently? I always love chatting with you in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.